This is on. Check, check, check.
Yep, I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, well, obviously back out here for a week, second week. How are just things gelling at this point?
It's great. Everybody's kind of getting used to each other now. It's a lot of new faces. But everybody's just enjoying the process of trying to get better every day. Yeah, it's been great.
Your coach mentioned a lot about speed and execution. Those were the two things he wanted to hammer this week. How are those two things right now?
Great. At the end of the day, football is played fast, and you got to execute to win. And so it's just creating that mentality of that every play, you got to treat it with speed and execution. So guys are accepting that role, and guys are trying to fly to the ball.
When it comes to being on the same page, a lot of teams, they talk about just everyone gelling at the right time on that same page. What is that page for this group?
Honestly, just getting to know each other. At the end of the day, it's all about the locker room and how we we go as far as we allow it to, So we have to build those relationships with each other, get to know each other personally, and out here. And so when we get out here, it's no hard feelings when somebody gets onto you, or it's nothing personal. You just, you're trying to make that person better, and you see their potential.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the locker room. How are you in that locker room? You've taken on a bigger leadership role this year, I assume, bringing on all these new faces.
I'm the same guy that I came in here in 2018, man. I just try to show up every day and do the work that they asked me to do, and try to bring somebody else along. Because I was fortunate enough to get some vets that did that for me, and so now I'm in that role where it's just you see these young guys come in and you want to help them get to the next level. So it's my part.
Do you set any personal expectations for yourself on the start of a new season, especially coming off an injury?
Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm really pissed. 80, hopefully. Yeah, I'm really pissed. I felt like I kind of got robbed. Obviously, I was playing at a high level last year before I got hurt, and so that's on the back of my mind. And I'm thinking about it, and it's helped me through my rehab process. I'm pretty much full clear at this point, 6 months out. So. Yeah, I got a lot on my shoulders for sure that I'm ready to go let out.
All right, well, this was a coaching staff that clearly saw that in you to bring you back because you mentioned a lot of the new faces. Knowing that, does that add pressure, or is that pressure that's, welcomed?
I've never looked at anything as pressure. The way how my journey has been coming into the league, I just look at it all as an opportunity, and so I'm just looking forward to it. I'm hungry. I wouldn't say hungry. I'm starving, actually. And I'm just anxious, I've been away from football since October, and it's been itching at me, and I've just been every day of rehab and PT. I've just been thinking about the next time I get the chance to go play again. So there's no pressure at all. I embrace anything that's thrown my way.
How do you remain so mentally strong after all you've been through?
Adversity builds character. I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that everything that happens to you builds you to be who you're supposed to be. I live by a quote: you fall down 3 times, you get back up 4. It's just what it is. Life's tried to knock me down a lot. It's not where you're at when it's convenient. The measure of a man is, when it's trials and tribulations. And that says a lot about the person. So I'm a fighter. That's just who I am.
Awesome. Well, you're certainly someone that everyone roots for. We're going to put you on the spot though because NBA Finals is on our air, ABC. Have you been watching basketball? Are you rooting for someone?
I've been so caught up in football. Honestly, I couldn't tell you who's been playing right now. I've just been. This is the most locked in I've ever been, ever. So I couldn't even tell you who playing right now. I heard they said something about Boston in the locker room, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
That's the perfect answer, though, because that's one of the things, like, what are your weaknesses? Oh, I'm a perfectionist. That's like, oh, that's my weakness. Yeah. You're too locked in on football to pay attention to basketball, so it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I missed it, I haven't – this is the longest I've been without playing football since October, and, it was a different perspective having to watch it from the side, and last year was tough, I kind of felt responsible for some of last year, but some of that was out of my control too. So it was really tough mentally. But, yeah, that's just all that's been on my mind.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, I think we're good. Any questions you got? Awesome.
Nope. I'm good to go.
Perfect.